Hey there, it's Robert at the Sampleist, and today we'll be checking out Legacy Horn by Streamtech Music. Legacy Horn is a beautifully set up horn library recorded in a dry acoustic studio offering 5 mic positions and 27 awesome articulations. It was made with expressive writing in mind and delivers it very well. Currently, Legacy Horn is on a Christmas sale for €59, with the original price being €99. The size is 21.9 gigabytes and requires the full version of Contact versions 5.8.1 or later. In this video, we'll be going through some of the presets of Legacy Horn, to an overview of the library, and a composition where we'll hear this emotional library in context. A big thank you, by the way, to Streamtech Music for letting us check out this beautiful library at no charge. Even so, they were in no way influencing my thoughts and opinions on this video. With all that said, let's go. Alright, so we have Legacy Horn open here. This is a very straightforward, very easy to use solo horn library. And as a horn player myself, I love how this sounds. I love how it plays. I love how I can go through different articulations very easily. And you'll see some of what I mean as we go. So let's get right to it. So what I'm going to do is go through some of the long and shorts here. And then I'll come back and talk about what we're hearing and such. And then I'll do the same thing with the crescendo and effects and the multi-tone. As you'll see, we have the tree mic, which is how it is once you open it. The reverb's on and everything. So let's get right into it. So you'll hear how the legato button here, you'll hear how I can go and play through a lot of these longer articulations and still have that articulation going, but in a more smooth and organic feel. With the shorts, the staccato, the muted staccato, and the staccatissimo, I'm able to do more multi-voices. I can do harmonies and whatnot. But when I go back to the marcato, it has that longer articulation. So the legato takes over again. But it's kind of cool to have that. If you leave it on, then it knows what to do. And I like that. So next we'll do the performance patch and then move on to the crescendos. something really cool about that. So I have the legato on here, and you can hear these crescendos happening. But because I have the legato on, I can move on to the next note, and the next note is going to be at that higher volume. And I think that is insanely nice. We can experiment here and see what happens when I lower the mod wheel. But the fact that you can easily transition to the next note without any type of hesitation, just more streamlined. This is like a real player. And I really like that there's a library that's able to do this. So let's continue. Again, having that legato button on really makes this so realistic, going from the quintuple all into the next note. Or in this case, we go from 4/16 to that held note, and it's a legato feel. And well, in this case, I guess more of a softer tongue feel, and I think it just works very well. If you don't have legato on, you'll just keep every note will do another set of the quintuple. However, that's also kind of cool because you could have it seem like there's different horns playing. You can have this kind of be like a cool harmony patch because like it sounds great when you play it, when you play multiple notes at the same time. But yeah, let's go through the rest of these. Something to consider here, you'll most likely want to have this tempo sync on, so that way it will sync to the tempo that you have in your DAW. Otherwise, you're probably going to have it be, I think, 120. If you like writing in 120, I guess it's not a big deal. But something to keep in mind, it's good to have that on. So that does it for this part of the video. It's very easy, very straightforward. All the articulations sound phenomenal. I really love this legato-ness here, the smoothness. I love all of it. And I like how you can easily transition from an articulation to another articulation. Well, I should say an articulation to a nice sustain. And a lot of times you don't really have that option in the one patch. Right, so that does it for this part. So let's go to the next part, which will be the UI. So for the UI, this is so straightforward. So let's just start from the top here. We have our knob here, which will show the volume, which is controlled by the mod wheel. You can also, for especially short patches, this will also be impacted by the velocity. So you can, if you're more of a velocity player, you can have it set for that, or the mod wheel will be your friend for the shorts as well. You also have it shown here, which is kind of nice. It shows you where it is in the mod wheel. Kind of cool. We have our mic positions here, your panning options, your mic positions. You have the tempo sync button, which I was talking about before. You can turn and turn off the legato. And then we have our main window down here, which shows all the articulations, which you saw. You have your reverb knob. Pretty simple. And then let's go to the advanced. So with this, you can really fine tune how the legato plays. You can really adjust so many things in the legato here. You can also have things like niente turned on. Then you have your round robins. You can reset the round robins, which is very nice if you ever need to. And there's even a key that you can set for that. So you really are into making sure the round robins always reset to have something different, or have a reset to, I guess, the first one. Just have that reset there. You have the reverb knob again here. And then you could choose your preset. Got some nice sounding reverbs over here. 20th Century Studio. Hello. That sounds like fun. You have the play range. Toggle that. And then you can adjust the tails and the release offset. So there's a lot of control here for the note itself. And it also looks like you can turn this on and off. And you can adjust which keys you have here. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, that's really it. I really like how it works. And I also like the little display here telling you what's playing, how it looks, and the dynamic. It's probably one of the more friendly interfaces I've encountered for sample libraries. So kudos to Streamtech for getting this very straightforward, very easy to learn and to use, because especially with assistants and whatnot, you have to write quickly. Or if you're working on a trailer custom or a movie with a tight deadline, you need something that's easy to use, easy to learn, and that plays well right out the box. And this does it. So yeah, that does it for this section. Let's go right to the composition. I hope you like it. So my final thoughts on Legacy Horn is that it is fantastic. It sounds really nice. All the articulations sound really good. I love the flexibility. I love the functionality. I love how it all works. I honestly think every composer should give this a look if they want a horn that could sound glorious, epic, emotional, or anything else. It's a great thing to have in your toolbox. And I urge horn players themselves, if they haven't touched the horn in years like I have, or want that high C that it's hard to get, consider having this. as well, just so that way you have the ability to have something that flexible, that good, that easy to use. So yeah, please like this video and subscribe to the Sampleist. Let me know what you think of this library, how you would use it. So yeah, take care everybody.